Howdy everyone, my name is Nate with Bosco John Design Company, and today we're going to show you how to build one of these jack-o'-lanterns from one cedar fence picket. Alright, so the first step to making a good jack-o'-lantern is a cedar fence picket. So you need to buy yourself a 6-foot, 5.5 inch wide cedar picket, and we're going to cut 10-inch pieces out of this, 4 of them, and then we're going to have enough left over for the top of our jack-o'-lantern. So first, let's measure out 10 inches. I'll make a cut. If you want to get fancy with this, you could set up a stop block, but I'm just going to measure 10 inches 4 times. A third 10. And one more 10. If you're making a bunch of these, you definitely want to stop block. The next step, we're going to take our 4 10-inch fence picket things and find the best one, which is, I think, this one. And we're going to plane this down to 1/2 inch, and this is going to be our board for the face. So we'll head over to the planer. So we're at the planer. We're going to take our one board that's going to be the face, and we're going to plane it down smooth so that we have a consistent thickness for the laser. We're going to leave our other 3 sides and back alone. We're not going to plane them. So we're going to kick on the dust collector, kick on the planer, and let her rip. Alright, so now we have our one board that is 1/2 inch thick and our other 3 boards that we'll set aside. Coming over to the laser, we have our 130 watt Monport CO2 laser. So again, you can pick a good side on your piece of wood. I think I'm going to pick this side as my good side. Set it in the laser there, and we'll come over to the computer. One thing that we've already done is we've done a material test to see what our laser power and speed needs to be to get through this, and we decided on 50 power, 10 speed with 2 passes. You probably could cut out these faces with 1 pass, but I think it's a little bit cleaner with 2 passes on these settings, so that's what we're going to do. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring the laser head over here. We'll have to probably raise it up a little bit so that we can get it over the material. Our laser has an autofocus function on it, so I'm going to do an autofocus here. And then after we autofocus this, we're going to come back to the computer. So back at the computer, we have our face that we're going to do. Make sure that you draw your rectangle 5.5 inches wide, 10 inches tall. We made the face about 1 inch less wide and then just centered it in the rectangle. And so we're going to frame this guy a couple times to make sure we have the laser framed around this. So we'll frame this quick, get it all set up, and then we'll come back and show you the cutting. Alright, so we got our face here on our computer. We have it aligned on the laser over there. We framed it. Everything's all set up, ready to go. So now all we're going to do is double check our settings. Again, we're doing 50 power, 10 millimeters per second, and we're doing it in 2 passes. And we'll close the lid and let it rip. Alrighty, I think we might have actually cut through in 1 pass in this guy, but 2 passes just for good measure, I suppose. So falls right out, 1/2 inch material, pretty neat. So now we're going to gather our 3-4 other pieces and put this all together. Just about forgot that we need a hat. We need a top, so 8-inch top to the jack-o'-lantern. Gonna cut this quick on the miter saw, and then we'll get to nailing everything together. Now we will start nailing everything together. What I found works best is putting the face down like that, getting one of your sides stood up like this, and then get your nailer, and you're going to want to try your best to hit the center of this face. It's a 1/2 inch, so it can be a little challenging, but I think we can do it. So that side is done. We'll flip it around, stand the other side up. Again, you can be picking what side looks best to you and put that on the outside. Again, we'll just do a couple nails. And then we'll flip it around like this, put the back down, put the lantern over the back, like that. Get everything lined up best you can. A few more nails. One more side. Okay, so you got your box. Now you take your little hat, put it on top, kind of feel for center with your fingers. Doesn't need to be anything super precise, just needs to look even. Put a couple more nails. And there you have it. You got a jack-o'-lantern in under 10 minutes, I think.